who is a stakeholder? Who is a stakeholder? Employees? Anybody who works for the project? Every individual who is getting involved in the project. Who's a stakeholder? Any person who is working or is affected by it. So stakeholder is anybody who is working for the project or anybody who will get benefited or affected by the project. So before you start a project, it's very important that you identify who your key stakeholders are. Only after you identify your key stakeholders, you will be having an idea of who are all getting involved in the project and what you're going to do about the project. So when it comes to stakeholder identification, the first step that you're going to do is prepare a list of all the stakeholders. The second would be you will categorize them as internal and external stakeholders. Who are internal stakeholders? Who are all working inside the project. Who are external stakeholders? People who support us from outside the project. It can be your supplier, it can be your customer, it can be the government, anybody who supports you from outside the project are called external stakeholders. So after you do this, we'll prepare the stakeholder analysis matrix. So what is a stakeholder analysis matrix? You will map the power of the stakeholder. So you will decide how much power each stakeholder will have and how much interest each stakeholder is going to have about the project. Based on that, you will prepare a matrix. After you document all this, you will start engaging with your stakeholders. You will decide the roles and responsibilities that each stakeholder will carry, how we will communicate, what is that information that you will share to each stakeholder. நம்ம எல்லார்கிட்டும் எல்லா இன்ஃபர்மேஷனும் கொடுக்க போகிறோம். There's a selection of information between the different stakeholders. So you will plan that. You will start communicating with the stakeholders. You will start engaging with the stakeholders. However, in the middle of the project, if you identify a problem, you will change the way you're engaging. Your engagement strategy will have to vary. So this is a continuous process. Like any other process and operation, stakeholder management is again a continuous process where there will be monitoring happening. You have to monitor the process periodically, and when you identify any flaws, you have to think about rectifying the flaws that are identified. So let us consider an example. You are involved in a project where you have to construct a new school. Who would be the stakeholders there? Students, staff, parents, the construction workers, builder, raw material supplier, government, the principal who is going to come to the school management. So, who are all the external stakeholders? Builder is an external stakeholder. No, builder is an internal. Builder is the one who is actually getting involved in the construction of the job. Raw material supplier is an external stakeholder. The government, the Ministry of Education is an external stakeholder. The students are external stakeholders because you are just constructing the school. Only after you finish the construction, the students are going to come in. So till then, the parents and students are external stakeholders. So who has more power here? The builder. Who has more power than the builder when it comes to a construction of a school? No. Who has more control? See, you are constructing a house. You are giving the contract to a builder. The engineer has a control, the builder has a control, but who has more control than the engineer? Who will tell the engineer or builder what has to be done? It is you. So when it comes to a school, the school management has the highest power. The school management has the highest interest in the school. But on the other hand, the construction company that is getting involved, they have higher power but lower interest. Because their work gets over as they construct the school. The school but on the other hand, when it comes to the management, the construction has to be proper, after which the running of the school has to be proper as well. So the power and interest is high there, but when it comes to the construction company, power is high, interest is less. When it comes to parents, the power in construction is less, but the interest in the running of the school will be high. So they do not have much hold over how the school is built, but they bother about what quality the school is doing. On the other hand, the government, they are low in power, low in interest because they just with the framing of policies. They approve the plan, they take money from you, they approve the plan, they give you permission to run a school, and that is all. They do not bother much about what is happening afterwards. So this is how your power and interest matrix has to be done. After you do this, what you will do? After your matrix is formed, you have to go communicate to all the stakeholders, you have to contract a builder, you have to start constructing the school, you have to inform the parents, inform the local community that such a school has been constructed. You have to pull in admissions. After that, after students come in, you have to recruit faculty. Okay. Then a building is there, students are there, faculty are there, cleaning staff are there. Then what? You have to teach, they have to learn, the quality has to be good. You have to again keep monitoring. You will be involving the stakeholders again as and when needed. So, does it mean because the construction is a project, after you finish construction, you can throw the stakeholders away, or you can throw the information about stakeholders away? You have to have that document intact. As and when needed, we have to go back to the document, we have to interact with the stakeholders again. They should be involved in quality improvement at all points of time. Okay? So are you clear about what stakeholder management is? Will you be able to do a stakeholder mapping for an assignment project that I will give you? I'll share with you the project shortly. Thank you.